have this. Yeah, he's extra like that because he doesn't like when the toy squeaks, which thankfully only does a little bit. I am just awake. This is why I look like I'm just awake. It's just after 10 o'clock. I'm up about 15 minutes. I got a really good sleep that I needed. So I have the candle out so we can light the candle. I'm having my first coffee, and I've brought out the beautiful Save the Sheep Rosselet. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Wool, and I'll look that up and tell you more about it later. And zoom in here because I want to talk about this beautiful Save the Sheep wool, which was their Christmas box. Okay, so here we go. So you can see this beautiful color. So first I want to show you, so this is obviously some of the sheep have got this beautiful brown in it. Now it is blowing out a little bit. It's blowing out a bit, but it's a beautiful sort of medium brown through there, and then mixed with the white, which is all been dyed with the pomegranate and olive. This is probably a bit better of what the color actually is. So we have 2 skeins of that, and then we have 4 skeins of the one that has just been the white wool dyed with the pomegranate and olive. And let me show you how light and fluffy that spin is. It's so squishy and light. It is spun, so it's not an unspun, but I don't know if that's what they call a chainette, because I've actually not seen a chainette. And again, it's blowing out slightly. It's a bit richer yellow than that, but just like a shade. I'm just getting fussy. Of course, the natural dyes are they all go together, and they're all this sort of, there's a warmth to all the colors of natural dye. Let's see if we can get the shade a bit better. Closer to life. Actually, the one, see that part of it? No, that's probably closer, fairly close there to what color it actually is. So, yay! And I was just so tired that I didn't get to attend the Zoom, and I haven't downloaded the pattern yet. It's a mystery, and it will be, I think it's the 4 weeks. So there's probably 3 more of December. We'll get the part of the clue, so I have to catch up on that. But let's... So I've sat down so you can see my face, so we can light the candle for today, December 2nd, of course. Sheppy has come over and Mimi's come over. I think she's going to go back on the sofa there with Tom. So, let's light the candle, and then I'll tell you about the plans for the day that regards to you watching Vlogmas. And there's dog hair on the candle. That's going to smell nice. Let's light the candle to a good sleep, a good night's sleep, which I had an enormous one and I really needed it. So I hope you're having a good sleep too. And if you're not, you probably know this, but try not to worry about it too much. That makes it worse. I've found when I wake in the night, if I just use that time for something gentle and nice, maybe knitting or reading or watching, here's a nice tip. I love watching sort of like cooking cooking videos. Some of my favorite are the ones from Sri Lanka. I think there's the Village Kitchen Sri Lanka, there's Purna, the Nature Girl, and then there's the one with the brother and sister. Actually, I put the names on the screen. so relaxing, not much talking, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And often fall asleep during them. So there's a little tip. Try it and see. Okay, so the candle's lit. Tomorrow, family members are coming. Tom's sister and brother-in-law from Canada are coming to visit for a few days, for about 4 days, I think. So we're going to be really busy, and so we have errands to do today. So yesterday we were so busy again. I did not get my first color knit on my Jericho's Rose Advent jumper. So that is a big thing for today. I also, over the past few days, just been so busy. I haven't got much done on last year's Advent, where I'm doing the half and half wrap. This is what I knit in the car when we were going to the doctor. And I finished this colorway. And so I'm getting ready to start this color, which was the one I'm sure was called His Boots. And it was taken from Santa's Boots, which of all the years since I was like 4 years old looking at that book, I don't remember ever noticing those boots, and they were just beautiful. And this colorway is so perfect. So I'm really excited to start that stripe. And then I'll have like maybe 3 or 4 more to go. And that will be so, so cozy. All right, friends. So, yeah. I hope you're enjoying your December so far, whether you are in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere. No matter if you celebrate something or you don't, I hope it's a good one for you. I'm sure we'll chat in a few moments, few seconds to you guys. Okay, before we go out to do our errands, I just wanted to show you, this is one of my favorite ranunculus that I've knit. It is out of yarn from Giddy Aunt Yarns, and if you've ever watched before, I'm sure you've heard about them. They're 2 sisters that dye up in Northern Ireland. Now, this is a bit richer, it's blowing out a bit, but it's a fingering weight of the, I think, Grimhilda colorway, held with a lace kid silk and mohair from theirs Ruby Slippers. And this is the older pattern where there was just sort of the 2 sizes, and I knit that size. I'm going to do a retrospective because I knit 7 ranunculi, and I want to try them all on for you and show you and talk about the different gauges and lengths and yarn that I've used, so you can get an idea for yourself. So, but this is a nice loose one. I knit it definitely longer than the pattern. I'll do the twirl. And then, yeah. So I always get compliments on this when I go out. And I like that it's loose. It's one of my favorites because it'll go just about every season here in Ireland, except for the height of summer with the mohair. And I like to wear it with this. But now that it's getting colder, I want to have a wrap to go with it. So I think it's going to bump a few things up or down on my queue because I really want this for now. Last Christmas, Fine Leaf Fibers, who is another dyer in Ireland located in Cork, did a Christmas special colorway called Spicy Mulled Wine. Isn't that beautiful? And I got it on her BFL, her Blueface Leicester base, and in the DK. So it's 100% superwash Blueface Leicester and 225 meters in the 100 grams. I got 2 of those. And then a very kind viewer of the podcast who came here to do one of the natural dyeing workshops, and I haven't asked permission to say her name, so I won't, bought as a gift this because she knew I love sparkly, this beautiful yarn here, which is just blowing out a tiny bit, from Knit Crate. And it's a sport weight, and I was excited about that because I don't have sport weight. It's not a big thing here in Ireland. And so I was saving it to knit for a sport weight pattern, but I think I'm going to pair it with this because I want to make one of my really simple, plain old, you know, sort of triangle shawls where you just knit, 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 and then just knit 2 together for the increase on every other row for a mindless knit. But this is the Uru, oh, am I missing something? No, Uru yarn from Knit Crate, Sugared Sport. And the color weight is Ruby, and it's 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% stellina, and so they're 274 meters and 100 grams. So I'm gonna pair these together. It's gonna knit up fairly quickly. I have 2 skeins of this, and I think that will be a really nice shawl. Because I tend to wear them over the shoulders really big like this. I could possibly make it into the cape by just stitching the two of the ends together. We'll see what I feel like. I enjoy doing that as well, but it's going to look really, really nice with this. So I will cast that on as soon as I have a super secret test knit that I haven't been able to talk about. I need to finish that, and I need to finish my Christmas gift knits, and I need to finish all the mystery advent cows that I'm in, and I need to finish, well, I don't need to finish, but work on the hybrid knit along. So, but this is going to wedge in there somewhere because this is a really practical piece that I want to use now, and it'll be a mindless knit. Okay.
Today.
Often there are lapwings here, could be at any point of the year, and then late winter, early spring, the whimbrels stop here on their migration. And there's can be swans and different things, but yeah. Here, a cashel, which is they're often called ring forts, made out of stone, and then it's got the hawthorn, which is the fairy tree, on there still, so you don't cut those down, so they've been left to remain there on the ring fort. This is often what we encounter here in the west of Ireland, on the back roads, on any road really, except for the motorway. So Tom is going to...
Okay, we're in Spancilhill. That field there is the site of a horse fair where they buy and sell horses every year. You can't get near this place, and they've been doing it for 300 or 400 years, I think. And so every year that's been going for a long time. And I think before World War I, lots of the British and the German armies came here, took about thousands of horses to go off to World War I. So you wouldn't think about it right now. And in the 1800s, there's a famous song. Whoops.
So this is where we are.
So this is a monument they put up recently to this very famous song that was written about this. Written about this place. And actually, it says Spancilhill Fair, 1621. They've been doing it. But this fellow, in the mid-1800s, he went and emigrated to America. He was quite young, and it's in California, and he wrote this song. And then he apparently passed away over there. But it's now a very, very famous song in Ireland. And I think Susan will give you a link to it. So it's a lot of people come here just to... anyway, it's a sad story, but it's a nice song.
So this is the little stream that runs in front of our cottage, where it meets the road quite a bit farther down the hill. This is day 2 of the yarn advent from Vera Yarns Designs. Ooh, so we've got another blue, and we'll put it next to the second blue so it looks like we're going to have like a fade, and I'll show you up close. Okay, the doggies are getting their advent treat. 1 and 2, because we forgot to do it on the first day. We didn't get ours and the doggies didn't get theirs. But you don't have to watch us get ours. I know something's exciting happening. Right, Sheppy? Yeah, something yummy. Something yummy is coming for doggies. It is. Aren't you just a precious boy? Are you excited? Yeah, come out here so we can see the excitement.
You want something? Does that smell good?
Ooh.
Whoops. This is yours. That's yours too. Is that good? Was it good?
Is it all gone? It's gone. Sorry about the lighting, everyone. It's getting dark out, so we have the overhead light on.
I'm gonna go outside in the car.
Yep, gonna go in the car now. Gonna do another errand that we forgot to do.
Go in the car.
This is when Sheppy doesn't want to go in the car because he knows I'm staying here. He lays down and says, no, I want to stay with Mommy.
Okay.
But Mimi wants to go.
Okay.
See you later. Have fun. We'll finish editing Vlogmas. Come on, Sheppy. Good boy.